Hi everyone, my name is Thuy and I'm from DELL OCTO Research Office. And in this video, I will be presenting the WP3 Introduction in Brain project, which is AI-assisted service orchestration and resource allocation. For the agenda in this video, I will go quickly on the project overview and then the WP3 introduction, including objectives, requirements, and challenges, the task, architecture, deliverables, and then finally I will present the key innovation and the template in WP3. So BRAIN is a 3-year EU H 2020 project following the call of Excel 2019 to RIA with the special topic to the edge. The project started on the first day of May this year and it will be running for 3 years. And in the projects, we have 5 main objectives. Integrating state-of-the-art system on chips in a beyond state-of-the-art edge micro data center, the MDC, increasing the scalability and agility for edge computing by an AI-empowered edge management software, and compelling edge data management infrastructure for data-intensive workloads, boosting security in the MDC, and lastly, large-scale testing the MDC in 4 different real use cases: healthcare, assisted living, hyper-connected smart city, robotics in Industry 4.0 factory, and supply chain Industry 4.0. So in the project, we have 27 partners from industry, SME, research and technical organization, and academia. So this slide shows a full integration roadmap in BRAIN with the hardware, embedded software designed, and the cooling system at the bottom. And then the software stack here with automation and orchestration, data management, visualization, and containerization, and other services like SLA brokering, the workflow definition tools. The platform will be tested and evaluated against the 4 use cases here: the smart hospital, smart city, robotics, and supply chain. So the focus in WP3 will be the automation and orchestration, the workload placement, and the SLA brokering. So the ultimate goal of WP3 is to develop optimized solutions for workload placement in the edge nodes to fulfill application and system level requirements. And for that, we have established 4 main objectives in WP3. The first one is to enable applications to execute workloads utilizing edge resources. And then the second one is to design a smart, agile workload placement and orchestration. And then an online dynamic workload placement on heterogeneous edge resources, given the quality of service and other constraints. And the last objective is to develop distributed learning techniques, preserving privacy and improving security on the edge. So the requirements and challenges in WP3 is mainly the heterogeneity of the infrastructure and also the distributed nature of the edge infrastructures and the mobile nature of some of the nodes, which makes it very difficult to track all the devices that are available for workload deployment in the infrastructure. And then the data collection from multiple and heterogeneous resources. And then we also have multiple use cases and applications in the system. And this is, creates like the challenges in information matrix diversity. So it is required to address those challenges in WP3 and to provide an agile and scalable orchestration and auto-discovering mechanisms to allow the heterogeneous set of nodes to announce their presence to the orchestration system. This is to simplify the use of the edge and to enable and also attract more applications and end devices to use the edge and to provide better and faster service. By brain. So we have 4 tasks in WP3. The first task, 3.1 Edge Resource Collaboration. This is to develop optimized solutions for edge nodes communication and collaboration. Second task is resource management and service deployment. This is to develop a repository for service offerings and also a unification framework to address the distributed and heterogeneous systems. So this framework will provide a unified and centralized resource APIs to the workload distribution and also other service management. And then the task 3.3 is to develop AI-based solutions for workload placement. And the last one is for the purpose of monitoring and reporting on the resources available in the network, including their activities. So here we have the overall architecture of WP3. In Brain, we target to address the heterogeneity of the infrastructure and to support multiple computing platforms such as the edge cloud computing platforms, legacy and external system. So you can see at the bottom here, we have multiple and heterogeneous platforms in Brain. And the task 3.1 is to develop optimal solutions for those nodes at the bottom to communicate and collaborate efficiently and also in an optimal manner. And then on the top, we have task 3.2 to develop an abstraction framework so that the below nodes will communicate and push the resource information to this framework using the southbound interface or unified interface. This unified interface is to hide the technology detail, which is, kind of following the technology agnostic approach. And then all the resource information will be pushed into the repository. And based on this repository, the task will also create a set of catalogs that will be advertised through this northbound interface to the workload placement framework in task 3.3. So this one will be to develop AI-based workload distribution algorithms. So you can see the task will receive the resource input from the northbound interface in task 3.2. And it also receives the input from the use case and application requirements, for example, the SLA agreement, the quality of service requirement, and data dependencies, and data privacy and security. And based on those inputs, it will allocate the resources to run the workload accordingly. Then on the right-hand side, we have the task 3.4 for the monitoring system. We have 4 deliverables in WP3 following the agile approach here. The first deliverable will be produced by end of month 11. This is to report on the status of all the tasks, the progress, limitation, potential changes, deviations, and other issues occurred, in WP3. And then by the end of month 23, we have an update version of it, in deliverable D3.2. And the next one is to report on the completion of task 3.1 and 3.2 by the end of month 28. And the last one is to report on the completion of task 3.3 and 3.4 by the end of month 31. So here we have the key innovations in WP3, including novel optimized solutions in edge node communication and collaborations, and the edge agility and scalability, and also intelligent service orchestration and resource allocation on heterogeneous infrastructure with deep reinforcement learning. adaptive model selection, and federated learning. And then the monitoring and SLA broker incorporation for transparency and enforcement. So lastly, we have the timeline for WP3. So the first two tasks already started in month 1, and they will be finished by end of month 28. And the last two tasks will start in month 7 and will be finished by end of month 31. And here we also have 4 deliverables accordingly here, month 11, 23, and 28, and 31. So that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoy the video, and you can also find information about the project in this website. Thank you. Bye.